everyone, I'm here with the pretty boy of PX3, Zhao, who we got top 8 in the One Piece Regionals here in Auckland. Congrats.
Thank you.
What you playing?
BY. BY is my leader as usual, and I'll show my deck list, I suppose.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's get right into it.
Just because Max did it, so I want to flex, you know.
Okay,
if you want to buy it, please let me know. Put it down in the comments. Happy to sell them.
Sounds good.
Alright, pretty standard, I guess, so we'll just go through everything for now.
Yep.
4 Garb. Just a standard searcher. I do have 2 events here as well. So I do only run 6 searcher. I believe I'm the number 6. I don't really like running more. The amount of times I search and then see the events are just kind of, toxic. 4 Flampe. I only run 4 2Ks.
Alright. I mean 8 2Ks.
Yeah, because I feel like there's no need for more, in my opinion, just because good players swings you anyways now, especially like body matchup. They know you're going to drop 10 cost Kuzan, so it's only black that you kind of want to worry about.
Do you think with 3D2Y getting more popular, you're going to want to run more 2Ks?
Yes and no, because we'll explain a little bit more later, but in my 3D2Y day today, I didn't see any 2Ks, but that's not because like I bought deck or whatever. It's just because when I shigun and it went to trash, so it's kind of painful. So it is what it is. But I run 4 Kuzan. I believe it's a very good card if I drop it on 4, because it's something that you have to remove, right? If you don't remove, I combo it. It doesn't matter if you run 3D2Y, as long as I've got shigun, I KO a 9 cost. So it's chill. I run a split of 1-2, a bit of a upside down compared to Max, because I believe I only need to see one of this. I think seeing more of these is better, because in the end I'm always just gonna Moria and play it. But I do agree with Max sometimes, because if you do top deck this sometimes and you have 1 card, you get an extra swing. So like, it's fair. Which way like both works. It's just because I'm a greedy guy. I play Kuzan, so I can't really run more. So I guess that is probably the best ratio for me.
That's fair.
4 Sabo, which is the standard. I don't run that the 5 cost KO take life Sabo, because I don't believe in it.
You're not a believer.
I'm not a believer. 4 Luffys, the standard 4 KO Luffys.
4, all the 4s.
And I got 4 Moria, 3 Shigun, and 2 10 costs. Probably thinking of cutting off the 10 costs, because I do agree with Max, because like nowadays people kind of like know, but at the same time there's also players that doesn't expect it, right? Like example, if I'm versing a black deck, they kind of like hard starve me, and I'm like, oh, now that I do not have any other play, I drop a 10 cost Kuzan. If they do not answer, it's over, right? Like especially if 3D2Y, if I play that, they're never ever gonna get the plus 1k power anymore, because it doesn't matter if you play Jack. It's 11 cost minus 5 is 7. You're not gonna have 8, so it's gonna be like 5k forever. So I think it catch people off guard. So sometimes the surprise element is good, but yeah, sometimes you might not even have the chance to do it. But in my opinion, it's like if I have a Kuzan on board, I have 5 things that I can drop to KO if I'm on like 10 dom, which normally you KO around that dom like frame, like either 8 or 10. So I'm a believer, but at the same time, it is quite bricky, but it is what it is.
If you cut Kuzan, what would it be? More like BY package pieces? Would it be Ice Age? What's your...
Probably 4 Kuzan and 1 Ice Age maybe is better. Not 100% sure yet, because I also run like Ace. Maybe I just gamble on not seeing Bonnie, because I didn't see Bonnie this time in my matchups. So
yeah,
maybe not even run any of the Kuzans. I just play I dodge Bonnie, to be honest.
That works for me.
Yeah. Cool.
Alrighty, that's the deck. Alright, walk us through your matchups.
Cool. My first matchup was Zoro. It was quite scary. That guy whiffed really, really, really hard. He played out the little 4k body, like the chopper on play to search for top 4 and then play a 4,000 power less. He whiffed twice, sadly, or look at 5 or 4, I can't remember. But anyways, he whiffed twice, so he couldn't summon anything out. And then my game plan against it was like, I kind of want to see 5 cost Luffy to bomb it, whatever they play out, and always just swing into whatever they play out, because they don't really have any cards that draws. So whatever they play out, right, eventually if I kill everything on board and I put myself in a 9k leader and 1 life position, I'm never gonna die. And he's just gonna run out of juice eventually. That was my game plan, which it turns out pretty well. It was very, very close. I have to bluff. I had 9 cards and 7 of them with brick, and as you can, I showed you the deck before. It's hella bricky. He could have swung 8-8 at me when I was a 7k base. I would have died, but he did not. So it is what it is. But it's definitely a scary matchup. But if you do see Hiyori, keep yourself one life, you're 7k base. Normally you're fine, especially if you kill board and then something like a Luffy and Sabo every single time. I think you're chill.
Yeah, it's a similar thing to Dofi where they got the unblockable event, so you gotta.
Correct.
You can't go down zero.
You
life.
can't go down to 0 life. It's really hard. Second game I saw I versed Nami, and I guess I got lucky. I saw Ace in my starting hand and I kept it. I did not see Hiyori or anything like that, so like I saw Ace and Luffy. So I go Luffy effect first, and then obviously after Luffy effect, I Luffy effect, and I play Ace. And I was able to swing 5-7-9. And then the reason why I swing is because he played like Kaya and Sanji Pilaf, so his Dawn was really really low. So I was like, there's no point of starving or not swinging, because this way I definitely get cards out of his hand. So it's 5-7-9. It's like everything in Nami. The only thing that's plus 4k is Gavel that is only cost 1. Everything else is 2. Yeah. So it's always better to just force them down to no Dawn so they're using like resource from their hand. Sure. That's why I swing there. But normally my plan against Nami, I always want to swing 9, and then once they ran out of Dawn, I go 6. Eventually they just run out. And then he also got quite unlucky. He only saw like 1 trigger in life, and it was not a great trigger. It was like draw 1, trash 1. That's how I got the win on the Nami. Third game, I was Purple Luffy. Can't remember what exactly happened. But I did remember he said that he didn't see the discard law, that what cost him the game, which I kind of disagree, because like if you discard law, you're gonna lose Dawn, and then eventually you can't build big body, and then I get like so big at a point where you don't really have big body to like kind of harm me, right? So I just put myself in a very comfortable spot. But then he dropped like I believe he dropped like 7 cost Kid on me, and then he dropped like Queen and all that stuff, but I just Shigan. I had Kuzan on board, so it was gonna be like 6 neck 4 I Shigan, and then everything just dies. And then in the end I was like a 7k leader, and he has like no board, and I have like 1 life, so it was like hell chill, and I just kept on dropping Moria, and it was just over. Nice. But he did run something that kind of catch me off guard. He ran top knot, but then I have enough counter anyways. I was 9k leader, he top knot, and then he just went like
top
everything.
Top the rest one or the bottom deck one?
Bottom deck. So neck 2 costs, neck 1,
yeah.
And then you get the bottom deck something.
Yeah, crazy.
5 costs or less. And the thing is like he has a kit on board as well, and he's also had 1 life. So he could have just used neck 1, get 1 back. If it's not, he uses his ability anyways. So he just swung for everything. But I had enough. I think I was too comfortable to even worry about a card like that. Because I was thinking in my head, because I remember there was something that bought that. I just can't remember the cost. So in my head, I was like, if you swing me 15k into 9 here, even without the Sabo on board, I think I was chilling. So I didn't really matter too much. But it was a surprise factor.
Yeah, fair.
And then round 4, I versed the RG Law that next verse. The RG Law was, he didn't drop 9 cost Zoro on me, but I also kind of high rolled, I guess. I dropped by 4 cost Kuzan, and then he dropped like Luffy, and then tried to swing 14 at me, and I just Shigan, and then just go like evolve twice in 1 life, so I was like hell chill. But then he was kind of slow playing me, so I was kind of scared. I thought I was going to lose because of time, not going to lie, but it turns out to be on my way. And then round 5, I lost. I win. I went to a very bad like DY player. Like he didn't see a single Moria, unfortunately, and he went second as well. So I don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. And then
we don't talk about that, bro.
And then round 6, I was Pudding. This is definitely a worse matchup for BY, but I think if you do see your curve, I think it's actually like quite easy to beat, because in the end Pudding is a yellow deck, right? They play things on curve, and it's always predictable. In my opinion, decks that are predictable are easy to beat, because they're always just gonna ramp and then drop 10 mom. And I just kind of like, I'd have some practice matches with Sky and also my mate Cho Yang into Pudding. I feel like your game plan is to never drop Moria. You want to go first. You want to build board, so 5 cost Luffy. So your turn will be like 1 Garb, and then 5/5, and then you play Luffy, and you're gonna trash your life. You draw, and they're gonna swing at you no matter what. Unless they actually no, never swing with 5/5 Garb, just because they will swing into the Garb. You want them to force them to swing it to you, so you swing 8, and then you 5 Luffy. So normally you'll be on 2 life because they have to swing at you. And next turn on 7 Dawn turn, you literally just 2 Dawn leader. You can either play out Luffy effect and then heal 2, or you can either put 2 Dawn leader effects and then evolve depending on what's in your hand. And then once you summon like good enough board, because normally when you're on 7, they're already on 10. So like you want to have a big enough board in order to just swing into them, because they run too many bricks. They normally have only like 8 2Ks or 10 2Ks. But for this game that I played, but I didn't see that dream curve, and unfortunately I lost dice roll, so I went second. But the reason I won was because I saw the ace. The ace got me the win. I have ace, Sabo, and Garb and my leader on board. He had queen, queen and 2 life, but he only had like 4 cards. So I went. I think I went 7 first with no. I think it's like 2 life, no queen. Sorry, and I have 4 attacks. So I went 7 first. He countered out, and then with my Sabo, and I have the Luffy. So I went, and he had 2 cards left in his hand. So I was like, I have to force him to not have the 2-1, because if he had 2-1 there, I just lose no matter what. And the Don that I have with 9 Don left, I think I can only swing like, because I have the Garb, right? So I have to do the 3 swings. So 9 plus 2 was 11, plus the 8, 19, plus 5 was 24. If you divide it by 3, it was like 7, 7, 8. So that was the best I could do. So I need the 7 to go through. So I swing with 7 with my leader, and then he took. And then I went 7, 8, and then he had all breaks. Because I know the last life was a 10 mum. So I knew it was going to be a dead card no matter what. So it was just really depending on the second life that he had there. And I got really lucky. So it is what it is, but it's definitely a very, very bad matchup because I did not see like my 5 cost Luffy early. I dropped it on 7 on turn, which was kind of bad. On round 7 though, I do versus Daniel Pack that plays the 3D 2Y Luffy. I think it got really, really close because he was super unlucky, but so was I. He did not see any. He saw 1 8 cost, but after that he did not see any other 8 costs, and he didn't really see too many Rebecca Sabo. The reason why I lost was because I did not see a single Sabo or baby Sabo, so I did not have any blockers or anything like that. So he was like just the 1 9K swing, and I have to like use 3 cards every single turn was just too damaging for me. So eventually I just lost out because he did see like 2 Rebecca, and then he just played Rebecca Sabo, and then just the 999. It just got me in the end because I did not have any blockers. And then round 8, I was my friend Cam that's playing Lucci that was on stream. Yeah, I just fully destroyed him because he plays Phantom on first round, and then he saw 2 Moria in trash. And after that, it was I just knew it was over. And then because on 4 Don turn he went first, I went second. 3 Don turn he dropped nothing. 5 Don turn he dropped Lucci, 4 cost Lucci because he had nothing to drop. So I was like, nah, it's definitely over. So but that was my matchup for my Swiss, and then for top cut I was 3D 2Y Black Luffy. That was probably one of the hardest matchups. He definitely misplayed. I think I shouldn't have been top 8, to be honest. So I'll tell you what he did. I think that was wrong was at one point I was on 2 live and I had no board. But then he has also no Don because he cleared my board with his Don. But he did have like 5 characters and leader. So instead of swinging at me, he went Rebecca Sabo for some reason. I don't know why. I had no body, nothing. So after that, next turn I went Kuzan Sabo because I have no awakeners. I've got 2 life. I was stuck, and then I've calculated if he were to swing like equally at me or at least like pressure me a little bit, it was over for me. But he decided Rebecca Sabo again for some reason. I don't know why, but it happened. And then after that, I went for my Moria play because all my 2Ks was in trash. So I went Moria into Hiyori into Sabo, baby Sabo, grabbing my life and then healing with 5 cost Sabo in my hand and then evolve. And also I want to say this as well. I actually learned this from my mate Stefan on Sim because I was playing on Sim and he told me about this. But it's a new skill I learned. So if you do Hiyori and then you lead and then you effect, it's just so good, right? Because you're on 7k leader now. Like only the 9k body can like actually damage you because he only saw 1 8 cost. And I got out from there because I have no 2k in hand. But he also misplayed again because I was a 7k leader, 1 blocker, 1 life. He had a 9k body. He could have swing the 9 first to like see what I'm gonna do, right? So let's say if I block, then he can just put like 5-5 and then just swing like 11-11 at me with his leader and a 6k body on board. And that is asking for 4 cards, 3 because I was 7k base, so you're asking for 3 cards out of me. But then he didn't do that. Instead, he Rebecca Sabo again, which I don't know why, but it is what it is. And then he 9k swing. He didn't even 9k swing. He swings 7 first, and I counter, and he stopped swinging me. I'm like, okay, fair enough. And I just go Moria into Fulampe, into like a Sabo. I ditch 1 heal, and then I Sabo, and now I have 2 Sabos on board, and then a 7k leader, and then like he just couldn't do anything. He just kept on swinging 7 at me that round. I just countered out, and in the end, it was just Moria gaming. You know, Moria into Sabo and Luffy, and then it was just over after that.
Bro, doesn't Moria gaming feel nice? Hey?
Yeah, it feels nice. I saw 3, but then the thing is like, for BY, it's consistent, right? Because you Moria into Sabo, and Sabo kind of search you cards. So eventually you're going to see it, right? Especially if you never bought deck it with your account.
Yeah.
But if you do bought deck it,
Eventually.
you can always push it up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's all about counting your deck and what are the chances of you going to hit it. And then if it's good on gambling on it. But yeah, that's all
For
my
sure.
matchups. And then I dropped to play Dragon Ball, which I came top 32. Luckily. Woo! Yeah.
Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout outs, I guess, for people that have been practicing with me. So I got Cho Yang, Pan, I guess, Sky. And also, shout out to all the PX3 team and the Eternal Magic team. And some of the friends that I make in New Zealand. But yeah, I don't remember names, unfortunately. But I guess shout out to everyone that I met on New Zealand. But yeah, cool.
People.
And if you have any question, I guess just put it down in the comment on the YouTube channel.
Or bug him on Twitter.
Yeah, if you can bug me on Twitter if you want.
Yeah, follow him on Twitter. He's close to 1,000 followers.
Whoa.
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.